We came across some really interesting footage of Melania Trump, wife of Donald Trump. I want to play that for you. Before getting to it, the relevance of this, I think, is particularly notable, given that Melania is sort of back in the news cycle as she's releasing this memoir. And so that has led her to posting videos like this one.
The 2020 election results changed our lives forever. It impacted our quality of life, cost of food, gasoline, safety, and even the geopolitical landscape. America is more divided today than ever before. It has become increasingly apparent that there are significant challenges to free speech, as demonstrated by the efforts to silence my husband.
I guess that's a promo for a book. We talked about that already. And so her posting that and then compilations like the one you're about to watch lead to an argument that people make that I want to show you some old, years ago video of Melania Trump to refute, all right? So just bear with me. You've seen compilations like this before.
The most awkward moments ever. Hand-holding in public is something the first couple haven't got to grips with. Whether it's a searching little finger, a swat, or a hand pat, it's not as simple as you might think. And for some reason, it always seems to happen at airports. We can only guess that Donald Trump is particularly annoying on plane journeys. It doesn't get any less awkward with other forms of PDA. The pair have shared a few less...
Okay, you've seen it before. This particular one's kind of bad. But you've also seen reporting like this. Anthony Scaramucci drops bombshell Melania claims where he talked about how Melania Trump hates her husband. And so this leads to an argument that goes something like, I feel sort of bad for Melania, some will say. She has to deal with him, and she doesn't even seem that devoted to it. She's not appearing on the campaign trail with her. And you'll see in comments, probably not on my channel, but sometimes when Melania videos are posted or Trump and Melania videos, you'll have people saying stuff like, gosh, poor Melania. She probably hates the situation she's in. She probably doesn't have the low character that Trump does. But take a look at this from an interview with Joy Behar years ago. You'll tell even by the video quality. Long before Trump was running for president, it appears. And it was already by the time that Trump was becoming sort of notable in the political space for specifically birtherism. If everyone who watches the show who's not subscribed, just today, just the viewers today who aren't subscribed, who we're going to watch, click the subscribe button today, we'd hit 1 million subscribers. Pretty crazy based on the analytics. Do it. Thank you so much. Back to the video. Watch what Melania Trump says.
But what is this with the birth certificate obsession? Did he ask to see yours when you met him?
I needed to put mine anyway, because if you want to become an American citizen, you need to put the birth certificate.
Right.
I have a birth certificate from Slovenia. And do you want to see President Obama birth certificate or not?
I've seen it.
It's not the birth certificate.
Well, it's a certificate of live birth,
right,
which they get. But Melania, if he insists on what he's saying, then no one in Hawaii can ever run for president because they all get the same live birth certificate.
Well, but they need to have...
Midnight is finished, for example.
They need to have, and in one way, it will be very easy if President Obama just show it, and because it's not only Donald who wants to see it. It's American people who voted for him and who didn't vote for him. They want to see that.
But it's on display in Chicago. We've seen it on the internet. We've seen it. It's not the same as yours, but it's a certificate of live birth.
Well, we feel it's different than birth certificate.
All right. Well, I think you should give it up at this point.
Well, it's not him that it's bringing up. It's the media all the time. His points are really about bringing back the jobs, economy, healthcare, all the stuff. But they leech on that one issue, and they're going on and on and on.
Because they think that he's being obsessive about it, and that it's...
No, he's not. He's more obsessed about... No, I would not say obsessed. He's very passionate about the country to doing well, and to be what it was once before. Because can you...
And maybe this was by the time he was involved in politics directly based on the rhetoric she's spreading. But you see, she was willing to defend and participate in what was just a racist obsession of Trump's, which is he never had the query about a birth certificate of a president up until the first black president. All of a sudden, he thinks that Trump is not an American. And you had all the crazy Kenya points coming out and all that racist garbage. And it was a way of questioning the legitimacy of a historic presidency. Melania Trump didn't even try to avoid the question or say, oh, that's his points. No, she stood by it. She participated in it. That, on top of reporting we had in the White House about her just not caring about harm that was being done to people based on the policies of her husband, I think people need to rethink. Because I do see that on social media. Idea Express, oh gosh, poor Melania. Think about how she feels when Trump's in the courtroom and the testimony is about how he spanked Stormy Daniels with a magazine with his face on it, and how terrible it must be to be her, and that's all going out publicly. She chose this, okay? She did. And she is benefiting off of it. She wants to stand by politically, even in public appearances, the political points being made by her husband, so we can judge her as an adult for those decisions. Let's not do this thing where we say, almost, not to throw this word around too much, but almost misogynistically, she must just be stumbling herself. No. I think she's thoughtful about the bad decisions that she's making to stand by him in a technical sense, trying to benefit from that. And then I do believe that she doesn't like being around him, sure. But stuff like this shows you who she really is. She's willing to participate in the racist birtherism. And I do want to credit, I don't know who this is, what this organization is, so I can't endorse their content, but to credit who uncovered this clip, Rant Media. And I saw someone link it in response to someone who had commented on their video, something like, poor Melania, because we have to judge adults based on their day-to-day decisions. So let me know what you think as well. Are you one of those people who think, God, it would be so terrible being stuck in that? Or are you thinking, nah, she should be judged as well? Just like how MAGA says Jill Biden should be judged, or Doug Emhoff for their decisions in supporting the policies of their spouses, I think the same should apply here. It is so exciting. We've heard some issues with the promo code Kamala for the election-themed merch that we have now. It's so cool. Flying off the shelves. And if you want to get yours with a 30% off discount, you can do Kamala, limited time only. And if you are having a problem, I don't know, Jaden, do we know the solution? I heard something about maybe you try all caps. I don't know. We'll try to answer any emails and contact forms we get about that as to how to solve the problem.